Taylor says, the thing I love about art is that it captures the artist at a point in time. There are plenty of songs that I wrote back in the day that I think are terrible now. It's just awesome that I can look back and see what I thought was awesome in the moment.
Yeah, and it catches like your kind of perception of what you think reality is, if you think about it, and what you feel towards something at that moment. If that makes sense. Because obviously, as we go older, we change our opinions on things, we react differently to things, and when you make songs or make films, you can see or remember how you used to think back then to make that stuff. That's usually how, when I look back at my old videos, I'm like, I thought about that, or like, you know, I just remember my thought process for it, and I'm like, damn, like I grew.
Well,
Yeah,
that's why I like streaming, right? Because especially the podcast format, because I can look back and see, dang, I was really nervous during that podcast. Dang, I slipped up my words during that
yeah,
podcast. I
exactly.
wonder how much I've grown, like, intellectually from that podcast. And you can literally look back and have this timestamp of who you were just previously, however long ago the video
Yeah,
was. And it's pretty awesome, honestly.
yeah. The last podcast I did, which I think was like a year ago, maybe, I don't even remember. Like time flies or just slows down for me sometimes. But uh, I haven't looked back at it. But the last time I did, I either look completely different or just act completely different. I know I was way more nervous back then because it was like my first, being on stream and stuff. When it comes to like being known as like the film side of like who I am and stuff. So I was kind of nervous, but I got over it as time goes on. Just kind of went with the flow and it worked out. So, you know,
I think that's the major part is just trying to get comfortable in my own
yeah.
skin, for me at
Hmm.
least, because I can look back at some of the podcasts that I put a lot of pressure on. I put a lot of
Hmm.
pressure on this one, like I was telling you before stream, Dan Thurman. And I, especially when we had that technical difficulty towards the end
Oh yeah.
after jinxing it,
Oh
I
God.
literally I
Panic.
was, yeah,
Just panic.
yeah,
Like,
I
oh God, what do I do? Oh no.
looking back on that podcast and reminiscing of, it's like, why did I even put so much pressure on it? Like, Dan's a cool
Yeah.
dude. Like,
Yeah, because sometimes we're very hard on ourselves, like as humans. I guess that's just our nature in a way. Like we're just very hard on ourselves, and we try to be as perfect as we can. But perfection isn't something that you can. What's the word? It isn't something that you can like pretend that you can do. It's not something you can do. It's just like nothing's perfect. Pretty much is what I'm trying to say.
mhm,
And trying to strive for perfection is just something that is just going to be a goal that you're chasing that you're not really ever going to catch, pretty
right.
much. It might sound harsh, but that's the truth. I mean, if we look at like certain things, sometimes imperfections is what make things really, really good. Mistakes are sometimes things that make life or just whatever you're doing worthwhile. And it makes you look back and see how much you've grown or uh, just how maybe good you had it back then or just how you're surprised something worked out. Just whatever it is, you can't strive for perfection and stuff because it's just going to be a goal that it'll be a dead end kind of.
Right.
As sad it is to say.
Let's see. Randall says hashtag dream team. Kaylor